On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Now Wilson on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play. Well, the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Wilson to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, finding room at the 30. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. will run again with Coleman. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. This is Carson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. This is caught inside the 15. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And on that play, the prayer was answered.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't have much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Big hold of the 30. And he's brought down after a good gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And this is going to be incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Wilson now throwing again. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
On third down, Ryan. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too confident.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brooks Reed in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
19.
Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Third and long, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paul Richardson, 57 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again, Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Falcons on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 85 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And his pass incomplete. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They run it with Carson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Wilson to give to Rawls. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now they send a man in motion right. Wilson looking to throw on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of the... He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant. And some room to maneuver. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
This is Coleman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. In not great starting field position here for the offense. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing is Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he motions the wide receiver. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, someone just made a house call, and his name is Robert Alford. You remember that name, don't you, partner?
Seen him on the biggest of stages, picking off Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, took it all the way back for a touchdown, then gave his team a 21-3 lead. They didn't hold it, but that was a mammoth play.
That was a mammoth play, and what we just saw was a mammoth play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Flush to his right. He's got Lockett. 18 yards there and a first down.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Coleman. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
they stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down. That's Coleman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that leads to an Atlanta 1st down.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the 1st down with a few yards to spare.
Play clock winding down. They'll toss it to Coleman, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's back to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.